One day, I looked at myself in the mirror and thought, wow, I'm not okay. I was exhausted, overwhelmed, and even though I looked fine on the outside, inside, well, I was completely burned out. Hi, my name is Eva and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about self-growth, confidence, and building a life that actually feels good. And if that's your vibe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's dive into it. Right now on the screen, you'll see what we're going to cover today. And make sure to watch till the end because the last part is the most important one, as usual. It's the key to making sure burnout never happens again. I'm going to cover my story in this video, and the moment I knew that I was burnt out was the moment of a click. I'll never forget this exact moment. I realized just how bad I was. My mom was staying with me and I was just doing my regular daily cry, which at this point had become normal for me. And my mom, she just sat there trying to calm me down, but I could see the shock in her eyes. That's when it hit me. Like, wow, I'm really not okay. If my own mom, who knows me better than anyone, was looking at me like this, well, something was really wrong. At this point, I felt like this for at least a couple of months, just burned out. And not only emotionally, but physically as well. Because the thing is, burnout doesn't just feel emotional, it takes over your body too. And I felt like my brain was constantly in a fog. I had maybe 10% of the energy I usually do. Even simple things like deciding on what to eat or answering texts felt overwhelming. My sleep was a mess. I was either sleeping way too much or not at all. My body was screaming at me to stop, but I just kept ignoring it. And later in this video, I'm gonna cover the ways, the exact steps that I started taking to let this burnout go. But the worst were mornings. I needed at least an hour and a half just to get myself out of the bed. My brain didn't even start functioning properly until around noon. Every task felt like it required so much effort. It felt like I was constantly carrying a weight that no one else could see because I was looking okay from the outside. And then there was the procrastination. Even tiny tasks felt impossible, and I started just avoiding people, avoiding duties, always finding an excuse not to go out because I just didn't feel the energy to fake being okay anymore. It was really hard to support this image of me being okay. I really wanted to highlight the mistakes I made because looking back, the signs were there for a long time, but I kept telling myself, I'm just tired. I'll be fine. I thought I just needed to push through, work harder, and get more done. All these motivational quotes, videos I was watching, and I'm like, I need to push. But it's a big mistake. The more I ignored the warning signs, the worse it got. And at first, I tried all the wrong things. I thought it could be just a fix in my routine, and everything magically would get better. I tried waking up earlier, planning every second of my day, taking on more things to feel more productive, not to be more productive, because in the end, I was way less productive. But it just made things worse and worse. And then I went in the opposite direction. I started numbing myself with distractions. I watched 6 full seasons of a TV show. And really, I hate to admit it, but I even got into mobile games just to keep my brain busy. Anything to avoid dealing with that reality. And here's the crazy part. I was actually afraid to rest. I felt like I hadn't earned a break yet. I don't deserve to slow down because I haven't done enough. And guess what? That mindset just led me to even more stress and exhaustion. These were symptoms to my burnout, and I feel like if you really experience it, you understand what I'm talking about. And it's so hard to start over, to start recovering from this. What finally helped me to break out of it? First, wow, is journaling, but not in a way you think. One day I was just rereading my journal and I started noticing these patterns. I kept writing the same things over and over, feeling stuck, feeling drained, feeling exhausted. And at some point, I'm reading my journal and I'm like, wait, I think I've seen this before and I haven't done anything to change it. That's when I realized, wow, it's been months that you're thinking about it, that you're writing about it, and you're not changing it. Like, what's going on? And the other thing is just that I had to trick my brain into feeling better. Call it fake it till you make it therapy. I didn't want to leave my house because I had crazy social anxiety. But some days I just made a deal with myself. Go outside and pretend you feel comfortable. That's it. Pretend you feel comfortable. But slowly it started to work. I was training my brain to feel normal around people, to feel myself okay again. And I knew I needed to let go of the things that were making burnout worse. And one of the hardest things, I tried quitting vaping for 21 days. The first 10 days were horrible. I tried to clear my mind, but my mind was just around vaping, especially these 10 days. But then it started clearing up. It helped me realize how much I was using little habits as a crutch. And by the way, I did end up vaping again after that, but I finally quit for good at the start of this year. And it's been 3 months. I feel amazing. So let me know if you want a video about my vaping journey. And really, it was the mindset that changed everything. Because the biggest thing that helped me was changing my thoughts. I told myself, I'm okay and they are okay. I don't have to be perfect. All the limits are in my head. Just these 3 sentences really helped me to build something little by little. And also, I think a lot of people, while they're experiencing burnout, they go into this exhaustion and they like, I'm going to be okay only when I'm going to get back everything that I lost because of this burnout. So they want everything to come back into the places immediately. But what I realized that there is no way you're going to have the same life you had before burnout. So you got to be ready that you have to build new life. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be worse than the life you had before, because this is like a start over. This is a chance to build better quality life, better quality connections, better quality money, everything. You have a chance to start over. So you gotta look at this burnout as a blessing. And you have to be ready to take these small steps and don't underestimate them. One day, I just realized that my current reality wasn't the life I wanted. And the first step to changing it was changing how I thought about it, about my life, about my reality, about myself. So I just accepted things are like this right now. What can I do to make it better? Every day, I'm asking myself this question. Am I choosing to live this day happily, or am I choosing to live this day whatever? So if you're feeling burnout right now, I want you to remember you have a choice. You can wake up every day and find small ways to feel better. Even the smallest change matters. You don't have to stay stuck in this feeling forever. That's actually what my history teacher always told us. You always have a choice, and that's beautiful. And if I could go back and talk to myself at my lowest point, I would say, you are okay. Right now, you already have everything to change it. We can change this, because that's the truth. No matter how bad it feels, you can rebuild your energy, your confidence, and your life. And this all starts with understanding who you are, who you really are. Maybe you needed this burnout because you've been so overwhelmed by the life you built, then you need this start over one more time so you can build the life that actually feels good, that actually yours, that actually brings you pleasure and comfort. This burnout taught me a lot of things, but the most important one is build your boundaries and don't be afraid to protect them. The boundaries I set right now to protect my energy and my time and my emotions, I'm gonna share it with you guys and let me know what do you think about them. Because trust me, I lost a lot of friends after I started protecting boundaries. First is one, no screens day per week. No TV, no work, just planning, journaling, stretching, walking, talking with friends. It's like a full day off for my brain. Second one, not gonna lie, I just decided that I'm gonna do this boundary, is no work chats after 7:30 p.m. My time is mine, and I know that since my business is very personal, my personal brand is my business, sometimes it's very hard to separate work emotions from life emotions. That's why this is my new rule: no work chats after 7:30. I want to have evenings for myself. Number 3 is no toxic friendships. If it drains me, I'm out. I know sometimes it's hard to say no to people who are trying to be nice to you, but you just understand that they are not your vibe, and that's okay. You don't have to be friends with everyone. You don't have to be liked by everyone around you. Yes, they can talk some bad things about you, but it's just their perspective. It's always okay to say no, thank you. It's always okay to leave. And that's the next one, is leaving events early, even if the vibe feel a little bit off. I don't force myself to stay. I don't want to be a good guest. If I feel like energy is not okay for me, if I see some people who are just provoking this energy, I'm okay to leave. I'm okay to leave, to come home, to take my makeup off, to do some skincare. I'm happy to do that. Leaving events early if the vibe feels off is my new boundary. You can congratulate me, guys. Next one is speaking up about discomfort. If something bothers me, I say it. No matter if it's my partner, no matter if it's my friend, no matter if it's just a waitress at the restaurant, I try to speak out when something is not right, if something bothers me, if there is some misunderstanding, but not in the way like, yo. I just genuinely interested what is going on. I want to understand the person, and I want to understand what is going on, where this misunderstanding started. And the last one is no guilt for saying no, because protecting my energy isn't selfish. And I still feel this little jingling in my chest when I say that, because it's still hard for me to say no. Sometimes I still feel like a bad person after that. But I know it's a right thing, because protecting your boundaries, protecting your peace, protecting your energy is all good. And to me, I'm happy when my friends tell me no. I'm totally good with that. I know real friends, they react okay to no. And those people who can reveal themselves in this situation, do we even need them in our circle? I don't think so. If you've been feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, or just not like yourself, I really hope this video helped you realize you're not alone. Burnout is real, but also is the recovery. And as I always say, everything starts with a small step. So let me know in the comments, what's one habit you want to change to avoid this burnout? And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.